Hiya, I were in Newall from 2021 till 2023. So I were like Frankie Smith, Tiffany Clark, who were one of my closest friends. She actually killed her abuser, her sexual abuser, because he were getting too close to her daughter. So she went out on a night out with two of her closest friends, two lads, and ended up putting a high heel through his head, killing him straight away. She was remorseful for what she did, but at the end of the day, it's murder. But look, she was trying to save her own daughter, who were only 3 at the time. So I think for that, you shouldn't get what she got. She got 16 years. Yeah, for killing her own sexual abuser. Nobody believed that he abused her. Frankie Smith, she didn't kill her daughter. No way. Her partner did. I've never seen a fragile little girl. Yeah, she was terrified. She was put between me and Tiffany Clark. And the poor lass, yeah, she was terrified to come out of her cell, yeah. She didn't kill her daughter. She said, Safra, I didn't do it. She said, I went to pick my two other kids up. I come home and my baby wasn't breathing. When I got to her, all my chest were crushed in. She said, I rung an ambulance. Next thing I know, I'm getting arrested for manslaughter, murdering my own daughter. She said my own girlfriend were beating the living shit out of me and the kids, and she didn't have nobody she could turn to, and she was scared to death. Yeah, the girl is a fragile little thing if you look at her. And then you look at her partner who's fucking 10 tussy. You know, she was with a guy, he left her, she basically got with the wrong person, ended up in a lesbian relationship, and she treated her like absolute shit and took everything off of her. She said, she's glad that she managed to save her other two kids, but she'll never get over losing a little girl. So there you go. But yeah, I was the first person to get a job from Newhall Prison, working in Greggs, Bradford Interchange. When I got there, I got told by management not to let them know that I'd come out of prison. It was the worst mistake I'd ever made, because once everyone found out I'd come out of prison, up to a year later, I got bullied to death for me being in prison. Yeah, and to say that I got support from management were a load of rubbish. I did from a lady called Andrea, but from Lorraine, my staff manager, I got pure hell and torture. No matter how hard I worked, and I worked my backside off for Greggs in Bradford Interchange, it didn't make no difference. I treated my customers like kings, and I did everything that I could in that place, and I miss it dearly. But I just couldn't handle the bullying. I ended up moving to another shop, but because Lorraine were in charge of all the region managers, she managed all the shops in West Yorkshire, I just got pure hell from hell each shop I went to. So I ended up handing me a notice in last September, which is really sad because I love working there and I'd love to go back. But because of the bullying and stuff, now after I left, up to 12 people left for bullying in the same Bradford Interchange shop. Yeah, I've seen a lot of my staff people that I work with, even one of my management, even one of management, who I won't mention any names, but she even left and she were getting bullied and she went there to get away from the bullying from another shop and she ended up getting bullied herself. You know, it's like the manager now is absolutely brilliant, and I won't mention who's managing now because the other manager now runs a Broadway shop. And I did try and go and apologise, but I got it thrown back in my face. Well, I'm now 4 or 5 months pregnant now, and I'm concentrating on getting better because I was a drug addict. I'm clean now, I'm on blockers, but nobody believes you even if you say you're clean or not. And I don't really care, to tell you the truth, what other people have got to think of me, because I know that I'm clean and I know my daughter's going to have a good life. But yeah, to say that once you've been in prison, you get treated different is an understatement. And it's sad, really. Prison saved my life. I went into prison underweight, I had open wounds, and I was really ill. And I tried getting antibiotics for 4 months, and they didn't give me them, and I collapsed and nearly died. The officer, Mr. Everett, saved my life, really. Yeah, he opened my cell hatch in the morning, and I couldn't move my neck. And he said, "Safi, you all right?" Because I was a wing cleaner. Yeah, after that I become bio, and I was bio cleaning through COVID. One of the best experiences in my life being in prison, to tell you the truth. And I've got to thank Mr. Everett and Miss Kempton, yeah, and a few other officers, I won't mention who, yeah, and a nurse called Claire, yeah, because Claire saved my life that morning and rushed me to hospital and put me on a defibrillator to breathe. When I come back from the hospital, she'd left because of what had happened to me. She'd actually left the prison. Yeah, and I never got to say thank you. So thank you, Claire, for saving my life that morning. I know you'll know who I am if you see this video. And also, Mr. Everett, I know I collapsed when I took the rubbish out, and you should have got me at hospital then. But you did get me to hospital in the end. And I know I had Christmas nearly. I come out on Christmas Eve. I was in hospital for 10 days. But do you know what? In hospital, Mr. Everett took every bloody day shift of my hospital stay. So he got absolute a right Christmas present, because he says, "I've took all your shifts offer to look after you for the next 9 days." So yeah, I had my favourite officer sat outside of me. Yeah, who's happily married with 2 kids, and his wife works as a judge, by the way. But it was one of Mr. Everett. I know you're not there anymore, because I have been back to the prison to say thank you to everyone. But I know Miss Kempton and Mr. Everett have left, and I don't know which prison they've gone to, and I'd love to say thank you to the face. Because you know what? Miss Kempton told me I were getting in a lot of trouble, and she said, "Listen, Safa, don't think what people say. Let go over your head and get your head down and study." And it were the best thing she could say to me. Yeah, because after that, I got my head down. I got my NVQ2 in bio, cleaning, and food and hygiene. And I just studied and studied. I did every course I could. I couldn't do any more work on a lot of the courses. I couldn't do anything else because I'd done them all. So I just kept on putting for different stuff. But I got released, and I was the first person ever to get a job before release in Newhall Prison on the Askham Grange thing with a lady called Caroline. So I think it's Caroline Hayes something. Thank you for getting me my job before I got out. Yeah, she was working on a scheme for Askham Grange in Newhall. So I'm hoping other girls have managed to get jobs when they've been leaving. Because don't say that you can't get a job when you leave prison. Because Askham Grange are brilliant, and they do when you're near your release. You go there and you can normally get roles or jobs before you get released. So prison isn't somewhere where you can't get a job and carry on working, because there's plenty of companies that will actually employ you and will give you a chance. Because I was the first to get a job from Newhall, and I'm hoping many more have ended up getting jobs. I was the only person to get my rottles as well through COVID. I got rottled to the gates to keep the gates clean and where visitors come in. And yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. I was a trusted prisoner, and I didn't do anything wrong, man. I boxed it off till I left that prison. I love the gate staff, yeah, and I miss them daily. I know the staff will know who they are. A few come up to say goodbye to me, and reception staff. And I'll never forget my time in prison. The governors were brilliant. Yeah, Simon Cox. You know, Yeah, the actual governor, she was brilliant as well. And then my wing staff, yeah. But I know Miss Kempton and Mr. Everett both. Miss Kempton got job as finger as running the wings. I know she went to pop, so I'm hoping she's gone in to be like a governor or something, because she deserved everything she worked for, that girl. Yeah, she was like a blonde Barbie doll, but she absolutely smashed it. And Miss Blair Myers as well, her best friend. Yeah, and Miss Sweeney. I know you hated me guts, Miss Sweeney, but in the end, you weren't too bad with me. So thank you, And then I can't remember her name, who were under Miss Sweeney. But you knew who you are with short hair. Her son were working there as well. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, there's quite a lot of officers, and oh God, I can't remember his name. Asian officer. He got suspended for a bit. This girl set about him, Tony, and he got suspended. And he come back. He tried to get me my job back with Miss Sweeney, but I got sacked the same day. She told me I couldn't work. Yeah, and him and Miss Kempton, it'll come to me. Anyway, thank you, boss, you know what I mean? Because you boxed it off as well on the wing for me. Yeah, I miss some of the girls dearly, and I'd love to know where Jade is. Jade Proctor, if you see this, please get in touch with me, man. Get on my Facebook, Safa Mia. Same for you, Tiffany. If you're out, Tiffany Clark. Box me off, man. You know where I am, Safa Mia. Facebook me or whatever you need, man. Yeah. I've tried sending letters and emails, but I'm not getting no replies, so I'll try Tiff again and hope it gets to her. I'm sure she'll be in Askham Grange now. But yeah, Tony, if you're still in fucking Newhall, I'm hoping you got paroled by now. But Tony, if you're there, yeah. And there's a few other girls. I know Fletcher'll never get out. I'm hoping she does one day get parole. And Dolly, if you got out after that arson bullshit, yeah, hit me up. I know, I hope they didn't fucking end up turning your daughter on gear, man. Because you know she can do so much better than that bullshit. But yeah, I hope you didn't get done for that arson case, man. You didn't deserve that. The bastards got your daughter on drugs, man. You didn't know they were keying in fucking car when you set fire to it. Get on. Anyway, listen, until you've been sentenced and you prove guilty, even then, the justice system get it wrong, man. If you listen to some of the girls' stories, the ones that are in there for hurting kids and stuff like that, if you listen to what happened, it's like one of the lass were in there for co-accused on another lass who actually killed her own fucking friend. Yeah. She got forced into fucking being part of it, you know what I mean? She was fucking 12, 11 or 12 or something when it happened. How can you fucking stop someone at 11 or 12, man? My ex beat the living shit out of me when I was 13, cut both my throat and my wrists and threw me downstairs. There was no way I could stop him. He was 20 odd. Brick shit house. I learned karate after that, and I'd kick any motherfucker's head in now that had set about me, tried to set about me. I'd batter them all over. Unless it's a gun or a knife, which I don't play dirty, me. I don't use no weapons, man. If someone comes for me, I'll defend myself. Otherwise, I won't hurt a fly, man. But I don't believe in weapons. I believe in using your fists, man. Yeah. And I used to do junior championship. I used to go fight all over the country, man. I probably still could if I wanted to. But, I don't believe in violence. And most of these girls have got stories if you listen to her. Myra Inley and Rose West were all in there as well, man. Yeah, Myra had her own fucking private wing, and Rose West. Yeah, they were all fucking private offices and everything to keep them safe. Because most of them would rip their heads off if they get hold of them. But you know what I mean? Most of the men in their lives have controlled them. You know, if you've got an husband that tells you to jump and he's abusive and he's killing kids, you're going to fucking jump, aren't you? Think about it. She was part of bringing the kids in, but she said she never took part of killing them. I've had girls on the wings tell me. She said she had to get out of the car and go find the kids. She said I never took part in killing them or burying them. She said I couldn't even think of doing that, and he killed so many of my own kids. She's been telling people. She said, "Do you think I'd kill my own fucking kids?" He killed my actual fucking biological kids. So, you know, there's always more to a story, man, if you fucking listen to it. Like little Frankie Smith, she didn't kill her daughter, man. Yeah, I've spoke to her about it. She was timid and scared to death, that little girl. And the amount of girls that are going through mental health and cutting themselves up in prison, the amount of fucking cells I used to have to clean after girls have been cutting themselves to fucking shreds. Yeah, the mental health team, they can't manage. They can't do nothing there. Listen, they're not getting the support that they need, a lot of these girls, and they need more. There's not enough going on in the prison system to support them. There ain't enough money, there ain't enough on the prison system, and it's just impossible. But yeah, watch my videos, man. I'm going to be posting more videos, and I'm hoping I might be able to get the true story off of Frankie and go and see her, you know, and I'll document her story as I go. But Frankie, I should be able to visit